wanted to talk about your $10 minimum. It's very interesting that you actually think of that as a divestment tool for investors. You know, when I first heard of the $10 minimum, it actually struck me as being sheer genius. And the reason for that, especially if you are appealing to a non-accredited audience, which is a very unusual thing for any platform to be doing, right? You're one of very few that do that.
Right.
But the reason that it's so fascinating is because it appeals to a different audience, say a millennial audience.
Yep, it's true.
The millennials are those who are said to be less wealthy than their baby boomer parents.
Right.
But if you're able to get that demographic in, even at $10 or $100,
right,
and they start to invest a little bit more year after year because they get used to the platform, they start to like it, etc., etc. Hey, guess what? They're the generation that are going to inherit the baby boomer
that's true
wealth. And when they get those inheritances, where are they going to go? They're going to go where they've got so comfortable for the last 10, 20 years investing.
I think you're putting your finger on something that's very important about the $10 minimum, because it does make it more accessible to people. It also makes it healthier to those people when they access it. So if I'm going to invest $100, and if our minimum were $100 instead of $10, you could only invest in one loan, right? If that were our minimum. If our investment were $1,000, you might not be able to invest at all, or you might really struggle to get that $1,000 together, and then you could only invest it in one loan. Well, I hope those eggs are safe in that one basket, you know? And that's not how Wall Street does it. That's not how Wall Street makes high returns at low risk, right? That's just not how they do it. And so what we want to do is give everybody those same tools, no matter how large your portfolio is. And there's a structural difference that's important to millennials.